Good evening traders and welcome to Hautrader UK. It's currently Sunday the 13th of September 2020 and the time is nearly 20 minutes past 9 PM UK time. Traders, welcome back to the channel. I want you to go across, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, all of that just keeps everybody engaged and helps us knowing that you're enjoying the content that we're putting out here. So guys, it's been an interesting trading week last week, and I've been asked by a couple of traders to see if I could do a breakdown of a pair, which I'm interested in, just to try and give them an idea of what's necessary to form a trade idea on a specific pair. So the pair that I've chosen is the euro pound. The euro dollar British pound. Now there's a couple of reasons that I've chosen this pair. I've been bullish this pair pretty much most of the year, and I've taken 2 successful trades in this pair so far and looking potentially to take a third. So my fundamental idea on this pair is that we're about to come to the high. We're coming into the end of the year. We're in the last quarter of the year, or coming into the last quarter of the year, and Brexit is far from solved. Brexit is far from over. You've got Boris Johnson and his government now looking like they want to break the rules of the original trade agreement from the very beginning. And you've got the European Union now really threatening the UK with illegal action if necessary. So all in all, it looks very negative for the British pound, and everything's up in the air. There's confusion and there's doubt. Okay, and the market doesn't like doubt. What the market likes is security, and it likes to know what plans are in place, and it wants to know what ideas there are to be going forward with. And the current Brexit negotiations have thrown that all up in the air, because right about now there's no trust between the two sides. They're at war and things are really a mess. So as you probably saw in the markets last week, the British pound sold off massively, okay, and the euro dollar climbed. And I think there's going to be more of this. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to jump across into the euro dollar British pound, and I wanted to start to break down what I'm thinking. But the underlying thing to remember here is that I'm actually bullish. I'm actually looking to get long this pair because I believe there is some more upside to go. So here we are on the 3 monthly chart of that pair. Just follow my cursor up there and you see we're in the British euro pound and we're on the 3-month chart. And as you can see, we've had this upwards run in the market from 2015, and here we are now in 2020, and prices potentially could go a lot higher. So let me start to work my way down the time frame. Now, where are we? Down to the 2 weekly chart. Down to the weekly chart. Okay. So now I'm starting to get some perspective on all of this. So let's just fatten this chart out. Now remember, we're here on the weekly chart, okay? So each one of these bars represents a weekly time frame. In fact, no, I'm going to go down to the daily time frame because that's where all the information is. So here is the blue arrow. In that bar we took a long trade. Here's the red arrow in which we finally got out of that trade on. Here is the blue arrow where we took the second trade. The red arrow where we took some profits, and then the red arrow over here, which is what took us out for a loss actually, but overall the whole trade was a win because I'd made a 2-to-1 on half of the position. Now, let's just fatten this up and let's just take a look at things now. Now remember, I'm still bullish this pair, and yes, price has had this massive run up, and this is the effect of this, exactly what I've been talking about Boris Johnson and the British government talking about not honouring the first part of the agreement, which is really bad. So that caused the pound, which we're short on, to sell off, okay, and it caused the euro to rise, and we think there's more of this to come. So that's the reason I'm bullish this pair. Now the question then becomes, after this massive run up in price, where am I going to go and get into this trade? Well, clearly at this moment in time, there's nothing here on the daily chart. I just want to say to you, this purple line here, I put this purple line in way months ago, back in, I can't even remember whatever month it is. And look how prices come down into that purple line. Let me just hover, come down into that purple line and look at where price, in fact, let's pull the purple line across to make things easier. Look at where price rallied from. And this was a line that I put in months ago. Guys, if you use a system, you can find these levels every day in this market if you're a day trader. If you're a longer term swing trader like I am, you can find them over and over again, and the accuracy is unbelievable. You've just got to hone your skill and hone your eye. So price came down in, I mean, this is the bar we got taken out on. I mean, we were only a day shy of being right in this market, but it doesn't matter. That trade's gone, we were up. So price came up down into this area and catapulted up to new highs. So where do I want to get in this chart? Well, let me show you how I'm going to break it down. I can't see anything on this daily chart that's going to allow me to get into this pair. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the next best thing for me, which is the 18-hour chart. And straight away, I see something that interests me. And the first thing that I see, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold fire on that for a moment. What I'm going to show you is, if I show you this purple line now, okay, this purple line is again something I've seen, a level that I'm interested in. So let me just show you the level that I'm interested in. Okay. Let me just pull that to the right a bit. And let me just level that out. Okay, so this is the level I'm interested in. And why am I interested in this level? Let me just fatten it up and let me show you why I'm interested in this level. Well, what I want to do is I want to bring your attention to some rejections at this level. So if I show you a rejection here, and a rejection here, and a rejection here. So what I'm saying is price couldn't close above this level here. Then we had a price broke through the level and came back up into the level here, and then price sold off just here. Okay, and then price pushed through the level, messed around up and down the level, held on this level for a while there, broke through, approached the level again here, sold back off again. Price then came back up, approached that level and sold off again. Price sold off and then came back up, approached that level and sold off again. Guys, do you think this is an important level? Do you think this level may have some relevance? Well, let me just show you something. On the rally that started on the 2nd of September, price pushed up. Let's just get my tool again. Price pushed up, retraced, and look where the red bar comes in. Look where the red bar settles for a while, for 18 hours, just before the big rally the day after, 18 hours later. So this level has some, for me, has some significance. So I'm interested in this level, or I think I should be interested in this level if price comes down. So apart from all of these areas here, all of these rejections and resistance, is there anything else about this level that grabs my attention? Well, yes, there is. Right here is a level of what we call demand in the market. Effectively, price got to this level, stalled for a while, and then price was projected to new highs. This is an important level, guys, because the euro was cheap at this level. Okay, new buyers came into at this level. New buyers of the euro came in at this level and pushed price up. So I'm going to mark that off and show that that is a level of demand in this market. So let's just do that right now. Just get my template, demand zone. So now I'm beginning to build an area that I want to concentrate on should price come down into that area. So is there anything else that could potentially, what I could potentially use as a springboard for price? Well, yes, there is. On this chart, on this time frame, there's actually another level of supply of demand there. Okay, so let's just mark that off. All right, what else is there? Okay, well, one of the first things that I always do is I always like to pull a fib. Okay, so let's just pull this fib, pull this up here, take it to the top, get my template in there. Okay, now, as you know, I trade in and around the 61.8% fib retracement and the 67.8 fib retracement. But as you can see here, that is all the way down here, way past our level of interest. But if you know anything about correlations and the way that prices move, you will know that the British pound and also the euro are sensitive to the 50% retracement, especially the British pound. So let's just see if there's anything in here from a 50% retracement point of view that might help us. Well, wouldn't you know, guys? Look where the 50% comes in. Right in the middle of our level of demand. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, because we have this line, I'm going to draw a zone in there. So here we are at the 50%, and I'm a zone in between the 50% level and the purple line. So let's get rid of this now. In fact, what I'm going to do, let me just put a horizontal line in there just to denote the 50% line. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so there you go. There's one other thing that I wanted to show you. There is a pattern in the way that this advance has taken place that tells me that we could be ready for a bit of some profit taking. Okay, I believe that this move here, this move is exhausted, and I think the next move, the next thing that's going to happen in this pair is that we're going to get some downward movement in this pair. What I'm hoping is that price will come down into this area and give me something to look for. So traders, let's see what happens with this now. Okay, I'm not going to go into what the pattern I see in this advance is, but it tells me, the pattern that I see tells me that this is exhausted, and now we should get some sell-off or profit taking, whatever it is, to bring price down into this level. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to place an alert. I'm going to place my alert right at the top end of that demand level, Okay, I'm going to place right at the very top there, right there. Okay, and what I want to see is I want price to push. I want to get an alert when price is pushing down through the level. Okay, and I will pull that level back down a little bit once I set it. And let's have a look now. Let's put the expiration date a little bit later than that. Let's put it there just in case it takes a while to get down there. And I think I've got to just leave myself a message. Look for potential pattern to buy. Check in with fundamentals and sentiment. Okay, so there you go now. So that is, well, something's not right there. So what's going on? Okay, so I can't use that as far as that far. That's too far ahead. So what I'm going to do, if I go to here, that's better. And then there you see my level just appeared, and there's my little note. So what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to pull this down a little bit into that zone. Perfect. So traders, that's how I break down a pair. That's how I look at where I may get long. And that's how, that's how I look for these levels. Now, there's nothing stopping this pair. Let me just get rid of these lines. let's just go down to, say, the 6-hour chart. There's nothing stopping price actually coming down to this level of demand and taking off from here. That's absolutely possible, but that's just not a good enough level for me, guys. You know, remember we've had this massive run up in price here. You know, we've had this huge run up in price. If I can grab my tool, oops, we've had this huge run up in price. Okay, and I'm looking now to get long this pair, and if I feel if I jumped in here, I'm still going to be selling at the top of this pair, at the top of this move. So I'm looking for much more of a pullback before I'm even going to be interested in getting long this pair. And the other thing is, if price does come down here, and remember, I don't know if price is going to come down here yet. I don't know. If price does come down here, there is a certain pattern and a certain way that it has to get down here. It can't just get down there. I have to see something before I get long this pair. So traders, I'm going to leave it right there for you now. Hope that has answered some of your questions. Hope you get something from that, traders, and I'll catch you all very soon. Take care, traders. Hey traders, thought I'd just shoot you this little video. When you're making live videos, it's very difficult sometimes to remember to get in all the content that you want to get into a particular video. So that's why I've shot this little snippet. And really it's just a disclaimer, because although I've given you my thoughts regarding the euro dollar British pound, what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to take this as financial advice, okay? This is just how I view the market. I don't want you to trade this trade. I don't want you to consider my ideas on this, but I do like to show you how I view the market and how I think the market moves. So under no circumstances should you follow my advice and take this trade. I'm not licensed by any authority. You know, I'm just a retail trader like most of you. So guys, please just use this as education. But as a caveat and as my disclaimer, I just want to say, please don't take my advice regarding taking this trade. It's if I see this trade play out as I want it to, I will take it. But as I said, I don't want you to deem this advice as financial advice. Thanks again, traders. Catch you all very soon.